Let's hear from you, the people that make this all possible. Without you, I'm a guy in a room with a mic, and it's very, very sad. Let's first hear via Discord from Alex from Baltimore. Remember that it is davidpakman.com/Discord. That's the place to go. Alex, you're on. What's on your mind, my friend?
Hey, David, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Cool. So I have a question about, I guess, America in general. So, especially if you listen to more left news and opinion, it's basically the opinion that pretty much America can't do anything right. Everything about America sucks. Is there anything that America is actually still better or the best in the world at? That's actually positive. I don't mean, gun deaths and incarceration numbers or anything like that.
Well, listen, I mean, here, I don't agree. Who has that perspective on the left, first of all?
Well, I guess no one says it outright.
Okay.
But I guess
who do you think believes it?
So I guess it would be more. I don't want to throw other shows on blast.
Here,
but
let me put it. Let's put it different. I think I have a good way to couch it, which is
okay.
Because the left wants things to be so much better. Sometimes it sounds like the left thinks the U.S. is much worse than the right. Like the U.S. is much more down on the U.S. Is that fair? Is that kind of what you're saying?
Yeah, kind of. And I guess if you were to consume so much of that news, it would be easy to fall into that trap.
Right.
I was just curious, is there anything that America is actually just as good, if not better than, say, Western Europe, who we're always comparing ourselves to?
Listen, the U.S. is, by nature of being so geographically large and diverse, by nature of having so many people, and by nature of having so many different industries that are possible in the country, has so many things that other countries would dream of. When it comes to so many of the best universities in the world are in the U.S. So many of the best medical facilities in the world are in the U.S. When you look at medical advancements, so many come in the United States. Technological, culture, all these different things. I think there's no question about that. I think where the left chimes in and says, whoa, hold on a second, is that someone like me, a social democrat, believes so much of the good that comes from those things is reserved for a very small slice of the population and is not helping such large swaths of the people in the U.S. But yeah, without a doubt, the U.S. I mean, listen, I could live somewhere else, but I choose to live in the United States because there are a lot of great things about the country, and there's a lot of things that need to be fixed.
Gotcha. No, that's a good insight. That I appreciate that. I do have I like to ask you travel questions. I appreciate that you humor me on them, if that's all right with you.
Sure.
Do you ever take into consideration the government in question when you travel to a place? For example, I'm getting into the history of China, and I would love to go see their history and culture, but the CCP is pretty horrible. Do you ever consider such things when you travel, or should we? Or
I do, and I think I do. I consider it, and to say whether we should really depends on the individual. And listen, Alex, I don't know what's making so much noise in the background, but it's crazy. I don't know if you're running some kind of a hydraulic pump or something.
No, a guy was driving by on a cart with
so here's the thing.
Sorry,
I consider it, at the end of the day, if given the opportunity to go to like Russia or China when things settle down, I would do it because I want to learn about it. It doesn't mean I endorse the government. Because my family's from Argentina, I've traveled to Argentina during every government, almost all of which I am not a big fan of. So yes, I consider it and I would factor it in, but ultimately it's up to every individual to decide, what am I getting out of this versus am I tacitly supporting the government by even going? And it's a very personal decision.
Right. And China is a good example because if you support a business, you are supporting the government because they're so intertwined.
Yes, usually. Less so than in the past, but to some degree. Usually. Yeah. Good
And
questions, Alex.
well,
I appreciate it. Great to hear from you. There's Alex
yep.
from Baltimore with some very, very strong questions and some really interesting stuff going on in the background as well. Even if, like me, you're not vegan and you're not vegetarian, eating a more plant-based diet is a really great thing to do for a number of different reasons. And our sponsor, Just Egg, is the delicious plant-based egg. You can use it anywhere you use traditional eggs because the taste and texture are identical, but Just Egg plant-based eggs have the same amount of protein as traditional eggs. I use it all the time at home. You can make fluffy scrambled eggs. You can make omelets. You can make quiche, frittata, crepes, fried rice. You should see my fried rice recipe. You can really use it anywhere in baking or anywhere you would use traditional eggs. When I first tried Just Egg, I was surprised that a plant-based egg could both taste and cook just like traditional eggs. You can get it at the grocery store, Instacart, Amazon. Go try it. Eating a more plant-based diet is a great decision. I do it, and I'm not vegan or vegetarian, and Just Egg makes it that much more easy and delicious.